Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Do you know how to get other people in the group added?
Yeah, I sent one to you and what's your Gmail? Sorry.
Hermione Katniss Trustbella at gmail.com.
Okay. Um
So I think the only ones we're missing are Kaylee and Genevieve.
okay. I just gotta find Kaylee's email.
It is, let me see.
Yeah, if you could just tell me it, I can add them
I
right now.
just had it. She just sent me an email just a second ago.
Okay. I've gotten so many emails that
I know, in the same way, I'm like, who's talking to who? What's going on?
and I've been sick, so
Okay. Are you feeling better? Okay, Genevieve's is OST
okay.
13006
At Gmail.
at byuidaho.edu.
Okay.
I don't think she has a Gmail account, but it should work because when I was doing it earlier, it said it would work.
Okay.
So I will.
I sent her an invitation. Hi.
I'm here.
Oh. And Celeste, that was Kaylee's?
That was Genevieve's.
Oh, okay. So then I just need Kaylee's.
Kaylee's is. Let's see. There we go. And hopefully next week we'll be a little bit more organized.
Right.
This week was crazy. That was.
Well, I have two other classes that I have to have group meetings for. So it's really hard.
Kaylee's is. Kaylee's is DAV.
Okay.
12060, and it's at BYU Idaho as well.
Okay. Okay. So I got that sent.
Thank you.
And it is recording right now, so.
It's all good. So our group meetings are supposed to last 20 to 40 minutes.
Okay.
Depending on how things go. So.
It sounds like there's a dinosaur. And this is for Family 460, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So it looks like Genevieve's joined.
Yeah.
So we're just waiting on Kaylee.
Yeah.
Assuming that will be the right email here.
And where are we supposed to report that we did do? Oh, I see. Preparation and purchase.
You're supposed to post the video on the discussion board.
Okay. The defining family discussion board?
Yes. Or at least that's what I've been able to gather, I guess.
Okay.
And only one person needs to post it, just the person that's recording it, and we can work that out so that you don't have to do it every week.
I don't mind doing it every week if we set like a specific time, or I don't care.
So should we just go ahead and get started, and then Kaylee hopefully will join soon?
Yeah, I emailed her and told her that we sent it to her BYU email, so hopefully she'll get it.
Works for me.
So was everybody able to like read the stuff that was needed this week?
Yeah.
Yep.
I just have to find my notes. Do we know what we're really supposed to talk about?
Good question. I thought that like we're just supposed to talk about how I think we're just supposed to answer the questions and then kind of talk about like what we think defining the family really is, and then come up with an answer, and that's supposed to be kind of what everything is based on.
Okay.
So I have the questions up if you guys want me to read them.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first question, it says, what was challenging about this activity?
Um, so which activity?
Answering this question?
I think it's just like, what did you find was like the most difficult thing about everything you read about defining the family?
I think what was the hardest part for me was like really judging what we know to be true as far as the definition of the family versus what the world is really trying to push, and keeping those two separate.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Like the video, the new normal.
Yeah.
Is that this class? All right, yeah. That, like, I could kind of see the point of where they were going with that trailer. Like, it seemed like almost sweet in it, but then when you are like knowing what we know about the family, it's when you are thinking about that, it's kind of like almost like it's hardcore pushing. It almost seemed like propaganda.
Right.
Wait, why was that hard? Hard because I could see where they were coming first.
Don't do that to me.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I think I liked in the talk by Sister Beck, she said that anti-family media messages are everywhere. Youth are being desensitized about the need to form eternal families.
Yeah.
And that's true, because like if you look at all the TV shows that are on anymore, most of them, they're split families, or they're, there's a whole bunch of different situations. None of them are just a normal mother and father anymore.
Right. And even the ones that are, it's like their kids grew up and went a different direction, or,
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like it's really like representative of how things are.
Right. Do we want to go to the next question?
We can. Okay, it says, how well do you think the average young adult understands the doctrine of the family?
Like in the church.
Well, I think that this generation doesn't understand it as well as like our parents or our grandparents did. I think a lot of us are being faced with like the media, or, even people in the church with families that are divorced, and like it's hard. I think this generation is probably having a harder time with understanding that doctrine versus other generations.
Right.
Even within the church, I guess.
Like I get what you're saying. I've seen it like they understand the reasons behind the type of families that we in the church are for, so they're in support of like other type of families because they don't understand why the church is against them. And I just think a lot of people in the church, like teachers and stuff, could do a better job of explaining things. I mean, outside of the church, I don't think the doctrine of the family very well at all, or like even the values family all the time.
Yeah, that makes sense. No, I agree. I think that, I don't know. I mean, like, I know when I was that age, between like my 20s, I didn't understand really how the family unit was, or like what it was, or the doctrines behind it. But now that I'm older, I see that. Like I see the importance of it, you know.
Right.
So okay, you ready for the next question?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, it says, why do you think it is important that we study the doctrine of the family at the beginning of the semester as opposed to the end?
I think that it's just good to know where like the church stands on the family before you learn about the threats to the family and how to advocate for the family. And like, if you don't know what you're fighting for, how can you possibly fight for it well? Or I guess that's how I feel about it.
That makes sense.
Well, I feel like you have to have like your foundation before you can build up on it. You know, if we talk about the family doctrines at the end, they're not going to mean as much as they are at the beginning.
Right. The next question says, what doctrine or what principles, if understood, would motivate a Latter-day Saint to advocate for the family?
I think the doctrine that families were not an accident, and we had them before we came to God's plan. We knew that they wouldn't be okay if we define the family.
And with that, I think the fact that their families are needed for like eternal salvation, like we know that as Latter-day Saints, and they're a huge part of the plan of salvation for us. And I think that's
Right.
a driving factor for it.
I agree with that.
The next question says, at the end of your discussion, it says, at the end of your discussion, have one or all group members make a summary statement of what your group's consensus is to the discussion or discuss questions. Then post your link to the recorded. So that basically what we just did, right?
Yeah.
Do we have to write it out?
I don't think so.
No, I think all we have to do is, because the meeting's being recorded, is we just have to post it. Like somebody just has to post the link and then we're good.
Yeah.
I think that's how I understood it.
Yeah.
I could totally be wrong on that.
No, I think that's what. Well, and then it says, after your HOA meeting, please have one group member post your final group answer to the defining family discussion board for the definitions of the family. Oh yeah, that's right. I think that's right.
Yeah.
So we just post the link to this. Okay.
So I think that's it.
So should we decide on a time for next week, or just play it by ear again?
I think we should kind of try and have a set time, because I think it was way confusing this week trying to
I agree.
decide when everything needed to happen. I know that we're supposed to meet on Wednesdays. That's kind of what the everybody's consensus was initially. Do we need to change that? Is it easier if you guys to meet earlier in the week instead of midweek, or?
I mean, I work till 3:15 almost every day other than Wednesdays. I work till 3. So, and then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I have 2 other discussions that I have to do.
Okay.
Right. I think it's best to do the day that we signed up for. I mean, it doesn't matter to me either way.
Kaylee just sent me a message and said, "Call me again."
Do you have her email again?
Yeah, it's Dave
12.
060.
At BYU.
Yep.
Okay, I sent her another invitation.
So Wednesdays, and you said you work until like are afternoons better for you then?
Yeah, I work till 3, or I can do late evening or whatever, but Wednesdays are typically best for me.
Okay. I think that was kind of the thing too. Everybody said that Wednesday worked better for them. Can we do like, should we shoot for like 7 on Wednesday and see how that works?
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
I will send out an email to everybody letting them know, and I will set up another calendar event,
Okay.
and then we'll plan on Wednesday at 7.
Okay, sounds good. And I will post this to the discussion board.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Okay, well, see you guys next week.
See ya.
All right.